If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Okra is predominantly or known as a southern grown plant, but it can be grown successfully here in the northern portions of North America. We had great success with it last year. What okra loves is fertile soil and a lot of heat. Now, based on where you're at, you want to obviously put this in full sun. It can take about 95 days to reach a mature state, and you want to continue to harvest the pods so they don't go to maturity or get woody. You almost have to harvest them on a daily basis. Some people find pickling them work very well. Stir fry, that type of thing. We've dehydrated them. As we dehydrated them, we put a little dill weed on it, and they turned out very, very well. So okra wants to be planted in the ground. You can start them from seed. I don't recommend it. Just direct sow them in the ground when the soil is warm enough, 60-65 degrees. The reason why you do not want to grow okra in a traditional container is because of the excessive taproot in which it forms. We removed out of the garden the okras plants from last year, and most of them, we had images that have the taproot measuring up to 19 inches in length that we were able to extract because of the looseness of our soil. We were able to pull it right out. But at 19-inch taproot, many containers that you purchase or grow bags cannot sustain that type of depth. So in the ground is the best location. So you want to get your okra seeds. We're growing a crimson spineless okra. You can save your seeds if they are of mature state and the pods are mature. This is what they look like. They are little green circular hard shell seeds that you can do a couple of things to accelerate the germination rate on them. You can soak them in whole milk overnight to just to eat away at that seed coating. A manure tea or a compost tea will help ensure the hydration of the seed. You don't even have to do any of those. You can just simply plant them in the ground like we are with no preparation whatsoever. So I've moved the mulch back, and all I'm going to do is make a drill or a trench here of about a ½ inch depth. I'm not going to add any fertilizer whatsoever. If you do choose to add fertilizer, and all balance would be good. We've got very good fertile soil here, and this bed has had excessive fertilizer put on it 2 years ago. And then what you're wanting to do is, at the time of maturity, this thing is going to be looking like a tree. We have a shorter growing season, so it's not going to get as excessive. Down south, you can find images of them being 8-9 feet tall. Ours were about 6 foot tall, 5-6 foot tall last year. Did very well. So you want to figure out how they space. Now, they can grow into each other. That's okay, but I'm going to space them on 1 to 1.5 foot centers here. So I'm going to overplant to ensure I have something. So in the end result, I'm going to have one on every 12 to 16, 18 inches, but right now I'm going to put a plant every 10 inches to assure that spacing, or to assure germination. So we'll just drop them in. If I get 1 or 2 in the same spot, not a big deal. So okra is not really recommended to be planted in the same spot 2 years in a row. So we've utilized the backside of the garage. It gets extremely hot, and okra likes very warm soil. We had a raised bed. We couldn't keep it hydrated enough or watered enough. So we went ahead and removed the bed, and we're just going to plant on the native soil. And I planted okra, and I put a fence around it just for protection. So this is another option which we're utilizing for the okra planting, where we had it last year, in addition, a new spot. And then we're just going to head and cover them over. I will leave them exposed without mulch, just until I get them to germinate, which can take 7-14 days to get to that point. Again, with the hydration of the seed and the eating away of the seed coat with whole milk or manure tea or compost tea, that will speed up that germination rate. So I've overplanted, heavy overplanted, just to ensure. And then all we do is just drag the soil back over top. And that's how simple it is to plant okra. Again, not in a container, plant it in the ground. Here in Zone 5, southeast Wisconsin, we've had okra grow very, very well. Does like a lot of heat and a lot of moisture. If you can provide those two essential items, you will have successful okra by the end of the season.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.